Oh my gosh. Mondays with A. I'm trying to tell y'all, but
Mondays with A.
I think I like it when I do it.
So you gonna lie to these people? I'll tell them that you sang that part.
Bruh, stop telling on me. Stop snitching. Stop snitching.
No, we gotta maintain trust with our listeners.
No, we don't.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Get that ass up. It's Mondays with A and J. It's us. It's us.
You messing up our theme song.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Good morning. Good morning. Wake up. It's Mondays with A and J. I'm
Get
A.
up.
Get up. I'm A.
And I'm Jay.
And we are young, black professionals out here in the A, Atlanta, Georgia. And we're here to talk about real shit at work that you can't talk about at work. Real shit, real jobs, and real people.
Well, last episode, just as a recap, we talked about salaries. Mm-hmm. But something we forgot to mention really was, if you were to get that salary increase, what are you spending that extra money on?
Oh, I mean, it depends on how much the increase is. I don't know. I mean, the smart thing, obviously, is to save your money or invest it, put more in your 401k, your retirement. That's what people usually tell you to do,
But in reality.
money. But in reality, I mean, I'm gonna do those things too, a little bit, that's gonna be a majority. But I don't know. I feel like
the new heels you was eyeing, from Neiman Marcus,
I got a new car, so.
What kind of increase you got, and where you work at?
It's a used car, but I went and got a new used car, traded in my old car for something better. So I just upgraded. I feel like that's what people do a lot of times. They might upgrade some things, like depending on your increase in pay, you might move to a different area of the city.
Yeah.
You might get a new spot. You might go treat yourself to nice dinners. You might go on a little vacay. All of a sudden you might be real generous and give people really nice gifts for Christmas.
Whoa. Who said all that? I'm still broke. Hey,
okay, you telling people you broke. You're not broke.
Hey, if I'm getting an increase, I'm still saying I'm broke. Ain't nobody getting no extra gifts.
So you don't feel a little bit more generous around the holidays or people's birthdays if you got a little extra money in your pocket?
I feel more generous to me to save more.
Oh, that is so selfish.
I might buy me something. I might buy me some more shoes.
You can buy you something too. But say, for example, all the years prior, you could only give your mama like a card for her birthday and maybe like a $20 gift certificate.
Oh, shoot. We might shoot that at $25 gift card now.
But now you're like, you know what, mama?
Big stunting.
I'm going to give you $100 gift certificate because I got it like that now.
Oh, no. Shoot. Oh, I am.
Damn.
Wait,
I'm so sorry, mama. You could be my mama, too.
Hey, man, $100 pay a couple bills. I don't know.
Come over here, mama. I got you.
Back to it. When you get that raise, I know a lot of people are using on materialistic things. I think the thing you should be probably using it on is probably your 401k. But who am I to tell you how to spend your money? Just know how I'm gonna spend my money. I'm acting broke regardless.
So you're not gonna do nothing for yourself?
Yo, you know what I do for myself? I got the raise.
Massage or something? Go to the spa? Nice day? No. Out?
Nah, see, because now I'm throwing my money away. I worked that hard to get the raise, and now I'm just giving it away. That's like me going to the strip club with the money. I got a raise.
You go to the strip club with
my
money.
God, I'm gonna let you know, if you are going out there to the strip club after the raise, I'm disappointed in you.
I mean,
I don't care.
It's a celebratory moment. I'm not saying throw all your raise at the strippers, but you know what? They need a raise too.
All right.
Help them get a raise.
They can raise their hand for help.
Pay it forward.
They can raise their hand for help. Oh my God.
That's so rude. That is so rude. Yeah. So that's if you do get a raise. What if you don't get a raise? What if you go and try to negotiate your salary and they was like, nah, ain't happening, and you can't really leave your job for whatever reason. So how do you get extra money when you need it, or if you want it? Where is that money coming from?
Well, back in my stripper days,
Oh my gosh, nobody want to see you strip.
but
Nobody want to see you.
nah, like I used to coach. So like back in the day, like just thinking about it, I used to like coach. Coaching on the side was always good. I remember in college, which I didn't really tell too many people, I used to donate my plasma.
Oh
And
my gosh, really?
I used to donate my plasma. And,
Oh my
and,
God.
and it only for like $40. And the 40 bucks
That's
wasn't
it?
even cat and exactly so I can have like little running around here out of nowhere and I don't even know nothing about it.
You donated plasma, not your sperm.
Oh.
What? That is the wrong body. If you were out here getting folks pregnant off of your plasma, we all have a problem.
If they had a sperm bank out there, I would have sold that too.
Okay,
Bro,
but
I
don't
was
be
a
telling
college.
people that you got little based off your plasma.
Hey.
Now you got people over here thinking like, dang, I sold my plasma too. I got kids.
Yo, but no, and we got, and then it was $40 for the plasma, and we didn't. It wasn't
For
even
how
cash.
much plasma? How long did it take for them to get it from you?
It was maybe 2 hour process. But the funny thing
2
was,
hours for $40, so $20 per hour.
yeah, that's pretty good money if you if you
I mean,
think
you was
about
in college, so yeah.
Yeah, I was in college. So $40 that paid for like groceries for the week. So that was pretty good. $40, like, you know what I'm saying? But the funny thing was it wasn't even $40 cash. They gave me it was like it was a plasma card.
A plasma card? What the fuck?
Like I felt like it was EBT. I felt like it was Snap.
It was like a debit card?
It was like a debit card and they'll put money on there.
Did
Yo,
it
Tom's
say
was-
like the
Tom's was
name of
rough.
the plasma or
Yes.
the blood bank
Yeah.
on it?
Yes, it did. I think it said plasma blood. Yo, I'm snitching too much. Other than that, all right, what did you?
Wait a minute. We're not gonna leave this topic. Wait a minute. So
I haven't told nobody. Yo, I was just trying to make some extra cash.
So wait, did anybody know you were doing this, or would you like sneak off and have on sunglasses? And, like...
Nah, I think only my roommate knew, and he used to just like laugh at me. He used to be like, "You is the stupidest person." And he's like, "Your school is paid for. Why is you doing this?" And then I had a part-time job anyways at school.
So why were you doing it?
Because I'm addicted to the hustle. Like I'm addicted to the hustle. I always stay with like at least 1 or 2 jobs like that. I just liked having that extra money. So like other than that paid for groceries, my side job at school, that was that paid for my rent. So whatever I was making like from grants or loans, well I was pocketing it. What you had? What? Come on, now you laughing at me? What you did for the extra money?
I mean, in my college days, I didn't do anything crazy like that. I just had regular little jobs, like little retail jobs, and I was a tutor. I tutored everybody and everything, like because it's just a lot of people that just a little
needed that help.
not as bright, and need a
now
little
tell
help,
the truth.
little boost.
If I go online right now and I look up your name, will I see you with one of them Statue of Liberty outfits on?
What?
Waving
Sir,
waving the
I've
little
never been a
billboard
mascot.
outside, like how Lizzo had that picture out. Where she started.
I've never been a mascot. Now I will tell you though, I did portray a character for a little bit some years ago. I used to tell people. So one of my side hustles was I was a birthday party entertainer.
Oh my god! No, you are lying. Yo, you was the Spider-Man that was like was battling the kids at the birthday parties.
I was never in costume. But the sad part was when I would tell people that, they would think I meant another type of entertainer, and I had to clarify that this is an entertainer for kids.
Oh, so
parties,
you were the stripper. Oh
no, I was an entertainer for children. Thank you.
Jumping out the cake,
not adults.
Jumping out the cake with the cake.
I was like a mad scientist. And so I used to do like science birthday parties for kids, and I used to like have on a lab coat and I have on like a little. I never had to wear a wig or anything, but basically I portrayed like a mad scientist character, and I got paid so nicely off that job. It only took an hour for the little party, and I get paid over 100 base, and then I get to keep whatever tips. So I'd walk out for an hour's worth of work with like 150.
Now, why did you have those side jobs?
I had to side jobs because my
Like, what
regular
was you
job
buying?
at the time was not paying me enough money, and I wanted extra money. I mean, my regular job was paying me enough money to pay my bills, but that was like about it. And I was like, no, I want to do extra stuff. And I like
Yeah.
when I
You
do
wanna-
side jobs, I like for them to be pretty easy or mindless. Because if I gotta like think at my regular job, I'm not trying to also
Yeah.
think on my side job. So I try to get fun stuff that I like to do that can give me a lot of money for a little bit of my time.
So how do you think your main job felt about you having the side jobs? Like, did they know?
I don't think I've ever told my main jobs that I have side jobs. I know some jobs, they request that you tell them if you have a side job, if it conflicts with your main job. As in, like, maybe there's a financial conflict or ethical conflict, or if you're using your main job as leverage for your side job, stuff like that. But other than that, I don't really think, at least in my experience, there haven't been any requirements to share what my side job is. So no, I didn't tell them.
Unless
they
it
don't
like
need
got
to
in the
know.
way. Unless it got in the way. Of
Yeah, must
another
have
one.
gotten away. But yeah, no, I'm not sure. Did you tell your jobs?
Well, not when I had three jobs at one time, and I specifically had to ask to get off work earlier to make it to one job, and it was only like a 15-minute window because it was on the other side of town. So I
Okay.
went from my main job to my coaching job, and I would change while on the highway driving. Like,
Ew.
yeah, exactly. Because my main job is a corporate job, so I'm having to like basically take the suit off and take the hard bottoms off, and I'm changing into a coaching outfit, all in the car on the way there because I'm already like if I get off work at 3, the kids got out of school at 2:40, so I might not get there until like 3:30. So like I'm changing in the car, and I'm talking about having to put the cruise control on, taking off my
This is
taking
real
off my
extra. See,
I took off
this is
change
why.
the I had to change the drawers and everything too.
This is why we have
Because-
accidents. People like you over here changing your drawers while you driving.
I was moving, and I get out there. I'm still trying to take the tie and the shirt off, and my the kids will come out there and be like, "Coach, what you doing?" I'm like, "Y'all late. Get to running." Do you think that the extra money was worth the time you spent and the effort?
For that job, no. For the job I told you about earlier, where I was getting
Yeah.
$150 for an hour worth of work, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
like,
But
yeah.
it just depends because, like, I think people just think about it hourly, but you have to think about the time you're spending in your car to get there, the time you're
Yeah.
spending coming home, the amount of maybe pre-work you might have to do, depending on your side job, or post-work you might have to do that you're not getting paid for. When it comes to these side jobs, they try to, and you're a 1099 contractor especially, they try to get you to do stuff outside of that little hourly window that you're actually getting paid for, and they don't want to actually compensate you for the other work that you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's how they get around that, and they really get people in that. It's like, you have to remember, you might be doing 3-4 hours worth of work, but they really only clocking you for 1 or 2, and then the 1 or 2, they're not even paying you that much in the first place. So it's like,
See,
at that point,
and
is it
that's-
worth your time?
And that's why I always say that maybe for a lot of people, your part-time job, it's better to have your part-time job be kind of like, I won't say a lot different from your main job, but something that is not going to require too much effort and thought. I just in that, so like, or just have a job that's kind of rewarding to what you really want to do. Like,
Yeah.
if like, that's why I enjoyed the coaching thing, because it was so different from what I was doing at work. If I'm dealing with, I'm dealing with numbers and technology, but I can just go and coach, and I'm dealing with like what I was doing already, like just on the athletic side. And then
Right.
I leave from that, and I'm basically selling rental cars. It's not that hard to sit there, and majority of the time it wouldn't be nobody in the airport. So
Right.
on the hours I work, so I would just go out there and drive the brand new cars and just be like, act, stun a little bit, act like this gonna be mine, that young mentality.
Right, like your side job shouldn't be stressing you
Yeah.
as much or more than your regular job. But you know what? People get side hustles for all different reasons. Some people, because it's a passion project, right? It's what they really want to do, but maybe it doesn't make enough money for them to do it full time yet. Or some people do it to just as an outlet, right? So
Yeah.
I like to do things that work with like youth because
Yeah.
I like working with youth. And while that might not be my main job, but I want to get the outlet of working with kids and mentoring and things like that.
Yeah.
And then some people just need extra money, and they don't care what they doing for it. They just need that extra cash, because sometimes people need side hustles to pay their bills, not just as extra money. And I think that's
like resume builders, or like they could be used as like resume builders. Because you can have people that do that. That's another one. It could be to advance your career.
But usually the ones that are side jobs that are used for resume builders they're more contracted, similar to your main job, or they provide a skill set. They're not like a fast food job. I mean, unless of course you're trying to be a manager of a fast food joint, then I guess that's useful.
Or you can move into other side jobs that we probably haven't spoken of. And let's say you want to be a businessman. Or that you were working in the business field, and let's say you sold drugs. They're both they both have an entrepreneur spirit, don't they?
Okay, so we want to talk about illegal side hustles.
I'm just saying we can't be talking about the clean cut without talking about the dark side of it.
Underbelly to side hustles. You know, you got your folks that are the corporate, person with the suit on. And then you turn around and they the drug dealer on the side. Yeah. They
selling weapons.
Or they just might be selling little dime bags of marijuana. It don't even have to be an extreme drug dealer, but sometimes they might be making little gummies or edibles. That might be their side job. That's actually a lot of people's side job.
Yeah, I remember in college it was like so let's say we were the first floor. The people that lived across from us, above us, and then like diagonal to us all sold drugs. And it was like exactly. So a hurricane came through one year. All the power's out.
Drugs out.
No. Actually, no. They traps was booming. They traps was booming because all the power was out. So you couldn't do anything. And all you heard outside was 10 a G. Like everybody just outside, and then we like walk outside just to see what's going on. Like, yo, hey, y'all boys good? Y'all boys? Nah, we straight. We straight. We not that bored.
They hustle on. I mean, there's a lot of people who go that route. There's a lot of people who are going that route. They're trying to go the cannabis route legally by making CBD products.
Yeah.
And selling it. There's even other side hustles. Like some people are hitmen, right?
Wait. Hey, I'm so mad you said that so nonchalantly. Yeah,
I'm just saying the realities of the world we live in. And
some people are shooters.
Side money, you don't know. It might be your coworker. It might be that person who delivered your Chipotle to your door. It might be the person who over here and put new tires on your car. And they look like a really normal person, and behind the scenes, they over with the mask and the gloves, and they little 9, and they over here taking folks out.
I don't know about that.
Because think about it. Hitmen, we don't know about them a lot because they don't be getting caught. That's why they hit me.
Because that's crazy. What's the craziest side hustle you've heard from somebody? Or just, it don't even have to be a side hustle. Just what's the craziest job you've heard somebody had?
Well, there's a difference between just a regular job and a side hustle.
Yeah, that's true. So, it's how you make your living.
The other thing that's I don't want to say it's crazy, but it's really different, are people who are escorts, people who are sugar babies. People work those like those are jobs.
Let me find somebody, grandma.
Because it's a source of income.
Let me find somebody, grandma. I'm a sugar. I need the side hustle.
No, and what's so crazy is me and my friends have definitely had conversations. We be like, man, if it wasn't for our morals, I mean, hello, sugar baby are us. Like,
sugar baby are us.
We would have been on that if it wasn't for the fact that I couldn't look my parents in the eye. Shoot, if that, how many women been sugar babies and then they went on to pay their college tuition or paid off their student loans, started businesses.
I think my parents would be just fine. See, and this is the moment where I up the that gift card from my mom from 25 to 50. So she don't even got 50. I got a sugar mama now.
If you got a whole sugar mama and all you can give your mama is 50, I would disown you.
Like I said, she's not gonna listen to this podcast.
My child.
She's not gonna listen to this podcast.
So those are definitely more of the illegal side of thing. Well, I don't think sugar babying isn't illegal because you're not forcing anybody to give you money.
Exactly.
Prostitution, of course, is, and being a hitman, of course, is illegal, as well
I
as
think.
selling drugs. But there is one thing that isn't illegal
And what's that?
that is a side hustle that is very different from a lot of people's main jobs, and it's being a stripper. Well, people think strippers, that's like the only thing they do, but a lot of strippers got regular full-time jobs. It might be your nurse, okay? It might be your teacher.
Yeah.
And during the day, they over here taking care of folks. You know, it might be the aide at the hospital or in the nursing
Oh, I got
home.
that. I got that. The nurse, she taking care of people by
Oh
day
my
and taking care of people by
gosh.
night.
Get outta
Yo,
here.
that was. I got that one. I got
Get
that.
out of here. But think
Hey, I
about
ain't
it.
mad
Would
at
you
that.
know? You wouldn't know unless you saw her in a strip club. But that, especially being in
So-
Atlanta, you think all those women who are strippers, that's all they do? There's a lot of them that got regular jobs and they go off and strip at night and then
Yo,
they
if-
right back in the morning teaching your
if,
kids.
if somebody's granddad is in a nursing home, and then next thing you know, he's at the strip club and is able to
So why is it
identify this
somebody's
woman.
granddaddy?
Exactly. Well, we said nursing home, so he's
Oh,
in
oh,
a
you
nursing.
mean him like he's
Yeah,
he's
like-
patronizing. I thought you meant he's stripping.
Nah, like
I was like, ew.
like that would be the smart thing. It's not like you can expect for your patient's not gonna just
your
walk up
patient's
in
not
there.
gonna be at your job, and if they are nasty.
Exactly. Exactly. I think the main thing in all of this is that whatever side job you have or side hustle, just make sure that you're doing it and it's worth your time, because it's worth your time, and make sure it's more than just about the money. Make sure that
Yeah.
you're actually, doing something with this money. Cuz same way as I just have these extra jobs and I just let the money sit basically. Like that's probably a horrible thing to do, but like I think some of the benefits of just having these side hustles beyond just earning the money, that's always the major thing for a lot of people, earning that extra money. I think you can use it as a form to express your creativity. Let's say you had a hobby when you were younger, you used to draw or you did graphic design, but your main job isn't kind of fulfilling that space. Or let's say you want to use it as like a resume booster. Let's say that you're an analyst and you're trying to shoot for a management job at your company, but they want you to have some type of supervisory experience. Maybe having that part-time job at a movie theater or like a fast food place as a supervisor or a manager there, working part-time can kind of help you and assist you in building your resume. So it shows that you do have that ability.
I mean, I think it's really important to point out that like side hustles and side jobs can be good and add to your life, but I think people also have to recognize the other dark side of side hustling is that, you get tired, right? You lose sleep. Your health might be compromised because you might not be eating properly. How many people got so many jobs and you just going from one to the next and you
Oh
just
my
trying to
gosh,
grab some
yeah.
fast food, or you just trying to grab a candy bar from the vending machine. You're not really eating. You're not sleeping well because you just going. You're not getting the rest. And then of course, you don't have time. So you're trying to make time for friends. You're trying to make time for family. Can you date? Can you date when you got 2-3 side jobs?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can date. At least
Nah,
not
you can because
effectively.
if you got you can.
When do you have time? If you are in a relationship, that person's gonna start feeling neglected because they're like,
Man,
dang,
people
Keyshawn,
have-
I never see you no more.
You talking about side jobs, man? People got 3, 4, 5, 6 side chicks.
Yeah.
And able to hustle that. But that's a story. That's another episode. That's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother
Yes, we
episode.
just talking about side jobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, people do. At one point, I had my main job and I had 3 side jobs. And so my schedule was stupid busy because I was also involved in other organizations. I'm volunteering and I'm trying to date. So, I mean, it's just too much. And
You
people
gotta-
have to be
you
really
gotta date the
careful.
money. Gotta
I'm
date
dating the money and the man with the money, so I can get the bag twice.
Okay, all right, okay, city girl. All right.
What did Meg say? She said in your bag and in his too. That's what I'm trying to do.
I ain't mad at it.
But people just have to be really mindful of that because, like you said at the beginning of all this, it can be addicting. Because
Yeah.
once you start getting that extra money, you want to maintain it. So at that point, you don't even feel like you can get rid of your side job sometimes because then other parts of your lifestyle might go away too. So now you're going to be a serial side hustler. And nowadays being a side hustler and being busy, like that's trendy. It's cool. Like, oh, I'm busy. I'm booked and busy. Da da da. And it's like, is that really really cool because what are you giving up for that? Family, friends, time, sleep, your health. You might be more anxious. You might have more pressure to stay productive. You might not be able to take care of yourself and get in the gym or work out. And you might not just be able to enjoy the little things of life. If you got 3 side jobs, can you really take a vacation? You got to ask time off from all your jobs. Can you really take a break? Can you go celebrate things with your family and friends and go on little trips? All that becomes harder. So you got to find a good balance or maybe give yourself a limitation like, hey, I'm going to work these side jobs for a year so I can stack this money for this reason. Or I'm going to work this to get this experience in this side job before I move on to something else where I can find a full-time position in that field. You know, you want to have a purpose for side hustling. You don't want to just stay in that gig space forever because I think people get wrapped up into it and then you might not find a way out.
Yeah. You got email.
On that note, do we have mail?
Yes, I think we do. Let me check. Okay.
You got mail.
We do.
You got mail.
Like that AOL back in the day. Okay, so we have a question from Chris from Good Eaton, Louisiana.
Chris from where?
Good Eaton, Louisiana. I mean, Louisiana do got some good food. And that gator, Lord Jesus, love me some gator. Okay, so he asked, how do you effectively communicate your standards and expectations for group work? Okay. What you think?
Yo, that is the most... Group work is the most annoying thing. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Group work is so annoying. I think from the jump, like before you even start on it, but like when you're brainstorming what methods you're gonna use or what you know what style or approach you're gonna combat your group work or your group project, I think just having that simple communication. I think if you are kind of worried about the standards and expectations, you have to already be carrying those type of expectations and standards when you come into the establishment. Like people have to have already been taking you serious. It's a little different when you are kind of the jokey person, and then at the time of the group project, people are gonna kind of treat you in that way if they see you in that way. So I think there's a way of doing a balance of kind of being very professional but very relatable at the same time. I think just having that simple communication from the jump. What about you? What you think?
I guess when I look at this question and look at group work, I mean, in a professional workplace, a lot of work is group work in the fact that it's collaborative. You know, I just don't see too many people, and it depends on your industry and your job, of course, but a lot of times people don't work 100% in isolation. So a lot of times you're collaborating and doing group work in some form. I know at my job, we're always doing group work in some form because no project is just solely one person's. Like everybody has a role to play. I think the best way to effectively communicate those standards and expectations is to put it in writing. Especially when in a professional work environment, you have to document. Like put it in writing. Make sure that whenever you have things to really say or information to communicate, that you email it. Don't just tell everybody in person because you don't want anybody being like, oh, well, I don't remember you telling me you wanted me to do this part and I don't recall. You don't want people playing that game. Like you could be like, no, Beth, you know, on the 27th of May at 3 p.m. I sent you that email saying this. You want to have records because that's how you make sure you cover your butt. And that's how you make sure if somebody else fails to do their part, you know, you're good. And so you want to document, you want to have stuff in writing. If you have to come up with a little draft document for your group,
or an outline project, or something,
a little outline, little checklist.
For when you guys are getting stuff done.
Who's responsible for who? Make sure you CC whoever on email so they're up to date too. You just want to make sure it's a clear record that if anybody questions you on your part in the group, you can go back and refer to it. When you don't document, that's when it becomes he said, she said, or she said, she said, he said, he said. And when it comes to that, it's really hard to win those type of cases.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't mad at that.
So, y'all, if y'all want y'all questions answered, like Chris from Good Eaton, Louisiana, or any work advice, definitely hit us up in our inbox, mondayspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, sir. I'm over here stretching. Thank y'all for listening to Mondays with A and J. Check us out each and every Monday. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Come
all
on,
the
man.
podcasts.
All the podcasts, man. Hey, stop playing with them, bro. Stop playing.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, and tell your auntie, tell your grandma, especially tell your grandma, cause tell her I'm looking for the collard greens and I'm trying to be a man.
Oh my gosh, nobody wants you to talk to their grandma. Tell all your people, okay? Tell all your colleagues at work that you cool with, okay?
Yeah.
Tell the ones you cool with.
Yeah,
Let
Mondays
them know
with A and
about
J, man.
Mondays with A and J.
And I'm gonna leave you guys with a quote written by J.A. Pitts. Don't sweat Mondays. Let me get in my bag. Don't sweat Mondays. If you survive your significant other saying we need to talk, then today will be a breeze.
Oh my gosh. And on that note, y'all be blessed and not stressed. We out.
Yeah.
Hey.